We've got some very interesting and cool stuff to take a look at here today involving the New York Rangers front office confidence rankings that were done by The Athletic. Now, they ended up surveying thousands of NHL fans, from the Blackhawks, Blue Jackets, all the NHL teams, but also some specific actual, New York Rangers fans as well. So they gave grades, from that were surveyed by, the actual New York Rangers fans, but also kind of the public and, the average NHL fan as well, who are not a fan of the New York Rangers. So we're going to take a look at those grades there on this front office here of the Rangers, Chris Drury and all of his staff there. So we're going to take a look at those grades there. I'll kind of break that down, give you all my thoughts on this front office here and kind of the grades that were given out by the public as well as by the New York Rangers fans themselves. So let's get right into it here. Starting off with the Rangers, ended up being ranked 17th in the entire NHL for, front office confidence, which I think is very interesting there. This is a team who have made the Eastern Conference Finals 2 of the last 3 seasons there. They have been very, very good. Yes, obviously we have not won that cup there, which is the ultimate end goal. But I do think this team is a very good squad overall. Top to bottom, this team is one of the best in the entire NHL. They have proven that over the last few seasons there with the playoff success they've had and going to those Eastern Conference Finals. Multiple of them over the last 3 seasons is great to see, but also the regular season success as well. This is one of the better teams in the entire NHL. Like I said, yes, they have not won that Stanley Cup there, which is the ultimate end goal, and that made that cup final in quite a while, but still, with this core of players here, they have done a lot of great stuff for this New York Rangers team and fan base. Obviously, the ultimate end goal has not been reached yet, but this team is still very good, and I think has the overall depth and talent to possibly get the job done. Now, maybe we'll see a couple trades here happen at the deadline, whatever it is, to kind of help boost this squad and kind of really try and bring the squad along there to possibly win that cup. But as of right now, I think this front office has done a decent job. Not a great job, not a phenomenal job, but definitely a pretty solid one in my opinion. So now we're going to take a look here at the actual grades that were given out there by the public as well as by the New York Rangers fan base themselves. So let's take a look at these very interesting kind of grades here by the public and the fan base and see that kind of discrepancy from the Rangers fans themselves, which I definitely am, as well as from the public, just the average NHL fan of whatever other team is out there. Because these are very interesting there. There is a pretty wide kind of range of results here that are pretty far off from each other from the public and the Rangers fan base themselves, kind of talking about the Rangers front office and their confidence. Starting off here with roster building, the public ended up grading the Rangers with an A-, which was 4th place, the fan base a C, which was 20th, for cap management a B-, 14th place, and a C-, 25th place, draft and develop, B-, which was 16th place, and a D+, which was 26th. For trading, it was a B, which was 11th place, and a C-, which was 25th. For free agency there, a B+, which was 9th, and a C+, which was 17th. For vision, a B+ from the public, which was 9th place, and a C from the fan base, which was 24th. And after taking a look at these grades here, seeing the overall grade be a C+, which was 17th place for confidence in this New York Rangers front office, I'm not terribly surprised. I think at moments we definitely can be a little harsh as Rangers fans, but I definitely am myself on this front office and this team at moments. But I think it's obviously clear that right now, this squad, on paper at least, does not look quite good enough to possibly actually win that Stanley Cup and truly get over the hump. Now, have there been squads in the past with maybe a worse team on paper win the Cup? Absolutely. And I think this Rangers team has the star players to possibly do it and has the overall depth in most areas to get the job done. We have that elite goaltender, which you don't always need, but having that is not going to hurt this team at all, especially with, as of right now, him not making too much money on the cap. Going forward after this upcoming season, that will definitely change. Igor's going to pretty much double his cap hit right now from what he's getting, this year coming up to the future. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what happens there. We do have a lot of young guys who can definitely take an even bigger step up, like a guy like Alexis Lafreniere. Maybe he can be that point per game guy this upcoming season and have an absolutely stellar playoff run, possibly to kind of earn a massive contract next offseason as well. We have guys like Zibanejad and Panarin who will hopefully take a big step up in their playoff performance, which we have seen a bit in the past from them, but we obviously haven't seen that this past playoff run, you could say, out of both those guys. Those are players who have the overall talent and ability to be true top-line superstar level players, elite level players, top-tier players in the playoffs. We didn't quite see that this year, but we definitely could possibly see it this upcoming playoff run potentially. And personally, some of these grades here I do think are maybe a little harsh there by the Rangers fan base, but I can also kind of say the flip side of things there, maybe with the other side of the public kind of view there on this Rangers team, maybe being a little too kind of lenient with this Rangers front office. I mean, some fan bases, no offense to some of them, but like a Columbus Blue Jackets fan, I'm sure they'd be very happy and would love to have the Rangers playoff success over these last few seasons. Winning the President's Trophy there, obviously going on, 2 of the last 3 seasons to the Eastern Conference Finals there. Some of these fan bases would definitely love to have what this Rangers team has done. But as Rangers fans, we have very high standards. I think that's kind of fair to do that, obviously. This is a top-tier franchise in the entire NHL. They make a ton of money. This is a major market. I mean, the New York Rangers, that is a huge, huge name there. They're one of the most valuable franchises, top 3 alongside the Leafs and Habs there for, franchise value. So this is a big, name, a big organization, a big franchise. And I think that we definitely want to see a cup there. I'm 21 years old. I have not seen a Stanley Cup won by this New York Rangers team in my lifetime, and I would love to see that happen in the near future. Hopefully, that can get done. But as of right now, on paper, you can definitely say this team is not quite good enough to get the job done. There can moves that can happen at the deadline there to possibly make that kind of thing happen, but obviously, this team is not maybe right now kind of built to do so, and that's kind of why some of these grades and some of the failure we have seen from this Rangers team, going to the conference finals, twice now, and not being able to get over the hump there, losing in Game 6 twice out of the last 2 seasons there, or 3 seasons, sorry. Maybe that's kind of why some of these grades are quite low. And like I said, I get having high standards, and I'm absolutely for that, but sometimes we can be a little harsh, but also sometimes we definitely are kind of, I would say, right as Rangers fans to say that this team is not good enough as it stands right now, and there needs to be changes happen. We haven't quite seen the big ones happen to really kind of boost the team over the top there, but hopefully we will see it happen at some point throughout this upcoming season to hopefully see this Rangers team win a Stanley Cup in 2024-2025. Anyways, though, in the comment section down below, let me know your thoughts on these grades here. The Rangers confidence rankings being 17th in the entire NHL with a C+. Do you agree with that? Do you disagree? Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with what I said in this video here as well? Kind of at some point, the Rangers fans can be a little too harsh, but also it kind of makes sense at moments as well because we expect a lot out of this franchise here. It's a top-tier organization, top-tier franchise. They got to get the job done there. We have not won an insane amount of cups there for being an original 6 team, so hopefully we can see that happen in some point in the near future. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next one. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for a ton more daily New York Rangers content, especially as we get closer to this upcoming season. I'll be posting every single day. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next one. See ya.